I'm always interested in testing out new microphones, especially XLR microphones. So when the folks over at Audioproducts reached out to me to review their Stellar X2 microphone, I was definitely down to try it out. It is one that I have been eyeing on Amazon for a while anyway. So in today's video, I'm going to run an audio test, an EQ test, but I'll also be streaming with it soon too. More on that in this video. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Before we continue, I just wanted to remind you that we have a Twitch channel where we stream every Friday and Saturday from 8 PM and to 10 PM Eastern time, so why not go ahead and drop a follow? And also don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and also make sure to check out the merch store. There's plenty of black and white sweetness to choose from up there, so go ahead and check that out. And then make sure to take a look at the podcast as well, as the podcast always goes live every Wednesday and Sunday. And with that said, enough rambling, let us get straight into the video. And now, just for a disclaimer, this product was sent to me for review free of charge. I will be recording this entire review with this microphone so that you can get a pretty good idea of what this microphone sounds like for content creation. I will also be streaming with it later tonight at 8 PM Eastern time so that you can get a pretty good idea of what it's like to stream with this microphone, and that's where the streaming test is going to come in. Links to my Twitch are going to be down in the description. Highly suggest that you stop by. So let's start with an unboxing. It comes in this plain white box that, once opened, reveals a metal carrying case for this microphone. I'll remove that and then just open it up to find the instructions and an update on the last time this particular unit was tested, which is pretty cool actually. There's also the carrying pouch, the microphone itself, the windscreen, and the shock mount. This kit is really nice and comes with everything that you're going to need, especially if you're going to be traveling. And now, the exterior design of this microphone consists of metal. This microphone is really small, like smaller than the original DS for reference, and smaller than the Rode Pod mic for reference with another XLR microphone. But this mic is extremely hefty and feels like it's made of greatness. In spite of its size, this microphone is very dense, which means that it should do quite well when it comes to avoiding resonant frequencies or anything like that. Now, the shock mount isn't anything too special here, but it does get the job done, as most shock mounts would. But it's also nice to get one in the box. Overall, I am a pretty big fan of this clean black metal look for this microphone, and I have no complaints about the aesthetics or the exterior overall of this microphone. And now, in terms of specs, this is a condenser microphone with a cardioid pickup pattern only. It is addressed from the front and has a frequency response of 20 Hz to 20 kHz. And from looking at the frequency chart, it seems to be a mostly flat microphone with a small dip in the lows, a steady line for the mids, and a larger dip for the highs. But let's see what it sounds like now and what we can actually accomplish when we start doing an EQ test through the Yamaha MG10XU, which is the current audio mixer I'm using to record this entire review. And then let's get into the sound test. I'm going to be doing this section without any kind of background music. I'm in a decently sound treated room here with foam panels above me and behind me, but nothing in front of me in particular. It's actually completely empty all the way forward. This microphone sounds pretty crisp and sounds pretty good. I actually quite like the sound for something like a podcast because of its natural dip in the lows and especially in the highs. I like the sound of this microphone thus far, but it seems to have a relatively high noise floor, at least. That is what I thought, but I am going to get into what is causing that noise to happen. It's probably important to note that I have this microphone hooked up to the Yamaha MG10XU audio interface, which I brought up already a little bit earlier, and I do have phantom power on since this is a condenser microphone, it needs it. I do hear a lot of noise through my headphones and also in previous recordings, but let's see how it does with the EQ test. And now, after doing a little bit of EQing on the board itself, I managed to give it a bit more of a balanced sound, though I did add some compression here. Ultimately, what I did was just raise the highs by some and the lows by a little bit more to make up for the dips in those frequencies, and it just sounds more natural this way, I would say, if that's what you would like. It's totally easy to do, but I actually prefer the slightly more colorful sound that comes from the original setting. Now, I still hear noise on my end, but I think that that is just coming from the audio interface that I'm using, because I did not get that much noise at all when I was using the Go XLR. So I would go ahead and blame any kind of noise that you're hearing in this test on the fact that I'm using this particular audio interface. And I did not get this much much noise with any of the other ones that I tested. But from here on, I will be recording in the normal setting, no EQ. So normally I would have a complaint section to my video, but I couldn't find anything that I disliked about this microphone. In fact, I think that it sounds really good for vocals and voiceover work like this. I especially think that this would make for a great podcasting microphone. So for $200 and everything that you get in the packaging, I very much like this offering, and I think that you will too. Highly recommend it. And if you're interested in purchasing this microphone, then I'll be making sure to leave affiliate links down to Amazon in the description. And also there's going to be a link to Luster, which is going to be a very great platform for helping you find sales. If there are any sales on this microphone, for instance, it'll help you find those. So do make sure to get your hands on that too. The links to that down below. And there's also going to be ABUNDA. If you maybe don't have the funds to get this microphone but are interested, there's going to be a very simple way of just financing this microphone instead with simple payments. And you don't need a credit card at all. So links to that are going to be down in the description too. That is going to help you out quite a bit, I think. And if you use any of my links, you'd be helping out the channel quite a bit too. Also, do make sure to subscribe for the Tech Summit podcast as it does go live every Wednesday and Sunday. So do make sure to stop by for that. There's also my Twitch channel, which, I mean, I'm going to be streaming with this microphone tonight, so you can get a good listen for that at 8 p.m. Eastern time, as in from the night that this video gets posted. So do make sure to stop by for that as well. And you can find those links down in the description, as well as the links to the rest of my social media, like my Discord, for instance, and my Instagram and my Twitter. But with that said, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you all later. Enjoy.